on, who's been on more than you. Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Clunes! Martin. Doc Martin.
Yes.
7th series starts next month.
Yes.
Now, there's been lots of speculation that this could be the last one. What can you tell us?
Who from?
Well, you know, the media.
Say
the media.
It isn't so, Martin.
The media. Well, I hope not. It's not up to me. It's up to ITV. I mean, you know, we are performance-related. If people watch it, if you watch it, please watch it, then they'll let us go again in a couple of years. But we wouldn't kill it. God,
Okay.
no. Yeah, no, it's the
Doc Martin lives.
The last good job in telly.
I'm a bit disappointed you haven't brought Jim with you.
I'm sorry, yes, I know he had... Well, I've got to overnight, and he's not allowed overnight.
Oh, there you are then. Now, Dan,
Yes.
you may have commentated on lots of sporting events, but have you ever commentated on lawnmower racing?
I haven't, but I've got a feeling tonight could be the night.
Yes. Now, we hope you're keen, Martin.
I'm really annoying, arrogant mower.
You do.
Perfect.
Nobody mows quite like me. With me, it's sculpting with grass.
Sculpting with grass. Well, we're going to have a little race. As you can see, we have a course.
Yes.
And
No
it's-
grass to cut, unfortunately.
No, not proper grass. But it's a heck of a prize, isn't it, Dan?
I mean, this is serious. The winner, get ready with your whoops, OK? The winner will get an automatic pass to compete in the World Lawnmower Racing Championships next month. He's ready.
And that's the truth, honestly.
That
You
is
believe
the
it?
actual...
Straight into the,
So this
straight
is
into the
proper
final.
competition.
Big prize, yeah.
Because it'll be your dream, it'll be a day out for me. Either way. Nick Wallace is here now. Nick, you've been following this story for the best part of the last year, and you're involved in the Panorama special that's on straight after our show tonight.
Yeah.
So what's the latest then from the Post Office?
Well, it would have been nice to hear from the Post Office directly, but they've refused to give Panorama an interview. However, they say they categorically reject all the allegations that have been put to them. They go on to say that exhaustive investigations have shown the Horizon computer system was not responsible for missing money, and they point out Horizon has been used by almost 500,000 people, most of whom had no problem with it whatsoever. The Post Office also reject any suggestion that they prosecuted people wrongly and have seen no evidence to suggest any miscarriages of justice.
We saw Jo in the film there, open the letter. She's considering her future. What do you think is next for these sub-postmasters?
Well, Jo and Noel, who you saw in John's piece, have applied to the Criminal Cases Review Commission. They're one of 2 of 20 people who've done that. Now, the CCRC is actually quite a powerful body because it can decide whether or not individual cases should go through to the Court of Appeal, which, as we know, has the power to overturn convictions. There's also been this massive hoo-ha going on in Westminster. Since I saw you last, Alex, there's been a Commons debate, there's been a Select Committee inquiry, and even David Cameron's got involved at Prime Minister's questions. Now, the backbench MPs who have sub-postmasters in their constituencies who are aggrieved by this system have been jumping up and down for an independent judicial inquiry. But I must say, from the government's position right now, that does seem a long way off. But what I would say to anyone sitting here watching The One Show right now, do stay tuned to BBC One after this programme, because tonight's Panorama does contain some pretty astounding revelations.
OK. Nick, thank you very much.
It's on the way at 7:30. Now, do you have a favourite nightclub that you used to hang out in back in the day? I'm sure you have.
Well, there was many a sticky carpet venue in South Wales, but I think I'd have to go for Ritzy's in Swansea.
OK, in Sheffield, I remember I nearly garroted someone in a place called the Lead Mill.
Sounds serious.
I was releasing the windmill, and these arms are far too long for that sort of thing.
Martin?
No garrotting stories, but Tiffany's in Wimbledon, that's where we used to go.
Tiffany's?
Yes.
Sounds
and
like
then
market.
Any touring town.
Nick?
Casablanca's, Liverpool.
Very nice.
It's all there, locked away, locked away.
Now, one person who might hate the idea of clubbing is Dr. Martin Ellingham, because he's back on our screens for the 7th series.
You'd really hate it.
Or is he into clubbing?
There you go, full-on dad dancing there. Now, if you've missed the first 6 series, what we thought we'd do, Martin, is run you through. Here's a quick summary of series 1 to 6.
Right, here we go. High-flying surgeon with a fear of blood moves to Cornwall, becomes a GP.
Despite being a grump, he wins the heart of a local head teacher.
Then they break up.
Makeup.
And then break up again.
Teacher gets pregnant and has a baby.
They marry.
The happy ending everyone wants.
Not quite. They split up.
She heads to Spain,
He stops her.
but only to perform life-saving surgery. That's about right, isn't it?
That's absolutely right. And then she goes off to Spain again, which is where she is at the start of Series 7.
Now, Louise and Martin really need to sort it out. It's back and forth, back and forth. Is it all going to... Because it was quite serious, Series 6. I mean, not serious, but it was quite emotional.
No, it was... Yes, it was emotional.
Are we going back towards the comedy a bit more in the series?
Yeah, I suppose so. Or that we sort of did our emotion, you know, that sort of exploration, which we sort of felt we needed to keep it fresh and keep it changing. And then, so now we're trying to put the marriage back together again. I start seeing a therapist who... Why is that funny?
How dare you?
Who suggests that maybe Louisa should come in as well. So we end up going to couples therapy because it turns out I'm not the only mad one in that relationship.
And that sort of develops throughout the 7th series. Should we play a bit from episode 1?
Oh, you've got some episode 1,
Yeah, we have.
you?
Here,
Oh,
here you
blimey.
are as Doc Martin doing your thing.
Well, winner, I
What
need you
happened
to...
to your face?
Nothing. I need you to...
Have you
go-
been drinking?
Of course I have not. Will you listen to me? I need you to get Mr. Baker's urine sample from the fridge and check it for protein and sugar levels. Use a dipstick.
It's just showing concern.
Well, don't.
I don't suppose you've reconsidered this lifeboat thing.
Urine, dipstick, move.
Wonderful.
A good line to deliver.
Well,
Good
yeah,
line to
thank you.
deliver. Can I ask you about Sigourney Weaver?
Ah, yes.
How on earth did you get this Hollywood A-lister to make a cameo appearance in Doc Martin?
She's a really old friend of Selena Cadell, who plays Mrs. Tishel. And then I met Sigourney, as I call her, on the Jonathan Ross show, and she flabbergasted me saying, so I've seen every episode, and why can't you put me in it? And my wife Philippa was there, so we said about, you kind of think, oh, this is never going to happen. And yeah, the writers wrote a really good couple of scenes, 2 or 3 scenes for her, and lo and behold, it did happen, and she turned up and was really, really lovely.
This is her on set,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So she plays a pharmacist in it, does she?
No, Selena Cadell plays Mrs. Tishel, the
Right.
pharmacist, and Sigourney just plays an American tourist.
Oh, an American who goes into the
She
pharmacy.
goes into the pharmacy trying to get some of the things they can get over the counter in America, and then she encounters some unspeakable racism from me and from me and the pharmacist. It's okay, because you can be racist about Americans, it doesn't matter.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
So many deep-rooted issues you've got with Martin Ellingham.
so many.
So many.
Oh, God, yes.
And when you're not filming in lovely Cornwall,
Yes.
you're busy at the minute organising a big festival in mini Glastonbury. You have basically on your land to raise money for charity. Tell us about
Yes,
that.
we did. It's called Buckham Fair. I think this is our 6th or 7th year. Oh, there's Ronnie. That's me and Ronnie.
Is that your horse?
That's one of my horses, yeah. That's Ronnie and his brother Bruce. He'll be coming. There's Brucey. There. Oh, no, that's someone else's horse.
We don't care about it.
Yeah. They come on at the end. There's a gymkhana for under-16s. There's a massive dog show.
Well, this is it. I mean, Glastonbury's got the music, but do they have performing dogs? Have a look at this.
No.
This is canine choreography of the highest order.
They are just fantastic. Oh, that's our fair.
Who are
isn't it?
those people in blue T-shirts?
These are the South of England Golden Retriever team, and they come and you kind of think, a team of Golden Retrievers, what's that going to be like? And then you watch it, we were all in tears at how lovely they looked, and they sort of walk around in unison, and it's fantastic.
When we watched that beforehand, Alex genuinely said, is that a real thing? So it is.
It's a real thing. We've got the stunt dogs of film and TV are coming. Dodger from Doc Martin, he's coming with all his cohorts, and they do a fantastic
Brilliant.
display.
And
My
tickets
Big
available?
Horses. You just rock up on the day.
Oh, you just
Children
turn
are
up?
free. Completely free,
Brilliant.
a fiver for adults.
Okay.
Good.
It's really good value.
You've got a
And
whoop as well.
We raised
Now-
a lot of money for it's for Julia's House Children's Hospice this year, and we rotate it through 3 different local charities.
Okay.
There is a lot of lawn love going on
Well,
there.
and in fact, I think Martin would blend in very well with your lawn sculpting.
Yeah.
You are helmed. They are ready
Yeah.
to take part in the Lawnmower Racing Championship.
Yes.
We have an expert here as well. This is Dad's Whitehead, who's the
Yep.
British 12-hour
Correct.
lawnmower racing champion, like the Le Mans for lawnmowers.
Yeah, 12-hour endurance race. It's extremely tough. It's physically, mentally demanding, and I've only just about recovered after a week.
OK, so what about some advice for these two then? What do you think? What's the key?
Psych yourselves up. I've seen people do it before by slapping themselves around the face. I don't know if you want to go that far, but give it a go. Well, not each other, just yourself.
Steady on there, Clunes. Alex, you've never actually mowed a lawn in your entire life.
No, not even, one of these.
And Martin, you own a
I got
sit-on
3
mower.
mows, man. I'm serious about it. Yeah, different
You should
terrains,
race.
different bits of grass. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Professional.
I'm better than that.
I think we're ready to release you to your start.
Okay,
I'll
come
show you
on.
exactly how to Daz, if you want to go and join them as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pugs and Simon, who are professional when it comes to this sort of racing. These bad boys can get up to 50 miles an hour. So what's going to happen is you're going to go from this end to the far end. You're then going to swap with Alex and Martin. They're going to go. You're going to push them all the way back to here. Well, we'll start again. The crowd will go wild. Yes? Yes. Excellent. And then we've got 2 stations. Wilder than that. Wilder. 2 stations. That's better. That's better. They're going to stop here and then pick up the leaves. So that's the first stage with the grab there. It's a normal sort of garden chores that we normally take part in. And then for those who've got a pond, you can use this as well to scoop the frogs out and put them down. OK, we'll carry on despite that noise in the background. If everybody's ready, Alex, Martin in position, Daz is there. We've got a gnome to do the checkered flag at the end. So 3, 2, 1. And here they come. They are incredibly quick. The changeover is taking place. Clunes and Jones enter in there. We know that Alex is used to the green grass of home, but can she produce the goods when it really matters? Martin's having a bit of trouble there, getting pushed back by Pugs. What on earth is happening? Clunes, Daz, is all over the shop.
It is. We've got a bit of a traffic jam, bit of blocking going on. Oh, very aggressive start there from Martin Clunes.
It's all
he's
about
coming up on the outside. Oh, and he's cheating.
Illegal use of the leaves there from Clunes. Jones is doing it properly, so there may have to be some sort of stewards inquiry there, Daz.
Definitely a black flag for that. Bit of cheating. We've got an engine start issue going on here.
What's the key to the restart here, Daz?
Is to not to panic or a little wheelie as well.
OK, they're both up to the frogs. 4 frogs need to come out. Clunes has gone for the whole lot. Very violent there from Clunes.
I think we're going to have a winner. Is he going to start?
Just got to restart the big beast. And he's going to get there. Clunes is there.
Really? It's going to be Martin Clunes.
He's done it. Clunes is the winner.
Well done, Martin.
Martin.
Thank you.
So impressive.
Thank you. I've got to play my natural game and follow my nose.
Can I ask you what it feels like to be in the World Lawnmower Racing Championships
It
next
just feels
month?
great. It feels like all my days have been leading up to this one.
Do you know what? I'm so pleased that you won because I know how much it means to
Thank you. Thank you.
Martin, it's been great to have you on.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very
Tomorrow
much.
from 7.
Yeah,
Rob Brydon
thanks,
will
Dan.
be here.
Yes, have a great evening. See you at 7.
See you tomorrow. Well done.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Dan!
Oh, thanks.
So Panorama next on BBC One as a whistleblower shed some controversial light on the trouble at the post office.
Where do you think the biggest music venue in the world is? Here's a clue. It's the home of Live Lounge, 6 Music Festival, 1 Extra, BBC iPlayer, Friday Night Music on BBC4, the Radio 2 Folk Awards, later with Jules, BBC Young Musician, the BBC